Welcome to this channel, News TV. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and do not forget to click the button. We want to talk about what's going on in Malawi as the Ministry of Finance is widening taxation in Malawi. Everybody else must pay tax. But I don't think like this is a good approach, because as Malawi is poorer, taxation is not the solution. What we can do in this country in order to resolve the problems that we have, we need to make sure that Malawians have got less burdens. Cost of doing business should not be very expensive. Every Malawian must be having an incentive that it can help us to contribute more to the development of this nation. Not through taxation. Taxation is a burdensome thing. What we are doing is like we are scaring away potential investors, and we are killing business of people. Now, if we want to collect tax for every Malawian, in order for the government to have enough money so that it can be able to pay back the debt, then that's very bad. I understand the government of Malawi has got the highest debt now because of overborrowing. It's like the debt we have in Malawi is equal to our gross domestic product. This is indeed a very dangerous position that the country of Malawi has. But the solution is not overtaxing people or widening up the taxation base. That's not the solution. I know the government of Malawi have reached the point whereby it would like to begin to tax Malawians who are living outside the country. You'd like to introduce inheritance tax, and you're overtaxing as well the employees who are working. People who are working, they're paying more tax. And it's like you are attaching to everything taxation. So everywhere there's tax. If you want to do this tax, it's the same like if you want to go to the toilet, you'll be taxed. If you want to eat food, you should be taxed. Maybe food in the street, you should be taxed. If you have got houses that you're renting in your village, they'll come there and tax those houses. So it's like maybe a house right now that you are put for rent is attracting 50,000 Malawi kwacha for tenants to pay. The government of Malawi will come and say, we would like to collect tax from this 50,000. So the rentals will go up. So instead of 50,000, you'll be requiring tenants to pay, say like 70,000 Malawi kwacha. And meaning say rentals are going to be very expensive. So government of Malawi, what can you do in order to overcome these problems that we have? I think since we have minerals in this country, let us dig these minerals and get the process from these minerals and pay the debt. We have got minerals in this country. What are you doing for the money that we have from the minerals? And the Malawi is saying, oh, we collect little money from the minerals. Or let the minerals are charged taxation. So it's not enough. But it should be enough, because minerals are very expensive. If the government is not working very hard to make sure that the process from the minerals are able to pay back the debt, then we're doomed as a nation. We have no hope as a nation. Because gold, diamond, graphite should be able to pay back the debt. No, the government has not enough money. So you mean like you'll be making money from the poor people in the form of taxation? So it's like if people are not working, they should still pay tax in this country? No, we have reached a certain level, which is unprecedented in this country, whereby people are being exploited by the government in the name of taxation. Yet the government brought this problem that we have in this country. The debt that we have in this country, which is very high, did not come back by Malawians. It came by the government itself. Poor decision making, over borrowing, that appetite of just eating money. You feel like you can borrow more in order to finance your projects, to pay your bills, to do whatever you've been doing for the money, but we don't see what have you done with 20 trillion Malawi kwacha. What you've done it with in this country. That's a lot of money. Over a period of 5 years, government has spent maybe more than 15 trillion Malawi kwacha. But what have you done with this money? I can't see any project that is equal to that amount of money. Because that's enough for this country to develop. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Because 20 trillion is not enough money. But do you know that 20 trillion you can build a new city in this country? With 20 trillion Malawi kwacha. We can have a modern city. We can have investors, we can have supermalls, we can have factories, industries with 20 trillion Malawi kwacha. I'm telling you, it is possible. And if we talk like this and then people begin to say, you're attacking the government, but we are suffering. And they are milking us now. They want even to overtaxing people. Taxation is not an incentive. Taxation is a burden. Taxation is like telling people don't do business because we're going to overtax you. Countries like other countries in the world today, they have got small tax rates. And the multinational companies are being attracted to go to those companies in order to invest. I mean, to go in those countries in order to invest. But in Malawi, we still have the highest tax rates. And people are not attracted to invest in Malawi because they're going to pay more money in form of tax, and that's the highest cost of doing business. Imagine your all profits have been swallowed by the taxation. It means you're making loss now. Instead of you getting 1 billion in profit, say like you are supposed to have 1 billion profit and the government is taxing more. So you have 1 billion. It means you cannot do more businesses. Still more, you are paying money. You're paying tax in form of income tax. At the same time, you need to pay corporate tax. And the tax is everywhere, even buying a crop, a second-hand crop, you need to pay tax. Boarding a minibus, nowadays, you'll be paying tax. I'm telling you, even coughing, speaking, we want to see these things are freely given by God. God does not tax us because of coughing, because of eating, because of breathing. We're not taxed. But the government would like to tax us everything. What are you doing with our minerals? What are you doing with the money that you already collected from those taxes that we have already in this country? We're not developing. It doesn't mean because there are more taxes now required to be paid, it means the nation will develop. We are not. The debt that you have, you brought it yourself. You never even advised one another for us to stop over borrowing. And you're still keeping borrowing. The mess that we have bought from Zambia is still through borrowing. We need to pay it. We need to pay back the money in future. That's crazy in this nation. We can change this thing. We can build our nation. Let's think about what we can do in order to develop, instead of just think about taxation. Malawians should be encouraged to have better living standards in this country through employment and more other important services that government can deliberately give to Malawi as a form of warfare. That can help to end the poverty that we have in this country, because young people don't have jobs. All the people don't have money to have food. Instead, you're collecting money from them from taxes, yet they still need money from the government to support their well-being. What are we doing in this nation to help solve the problems, instead of just talking about the same problems? Instead of understanding what we can do better for this nation to be attractive to investors so that we can grow the economy. Let's build our gross domestic product to be above this sort of borrowing. We can become rich in this nation. It is possible. Thank you for watching this video. I'll come back with another video so that we can be talking about our nation. Have a very good day. Bye-bye.